Alrighty, guys. Let's get everything set up here. What's going on out there, team? Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Just setting everything up. Today is 11.3K. 25th. What's going on, Frank? What's going on, Don? 11.3. All right. Trade's going good. Okay, so let's go like this. We're gonna like this. I am live going over today's trading day up 11.3K. Alright, just getting everything set up here for you guys. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you've been trading well. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and liking and subscribing to the channel. Clicking the icon to leave for many videos. I really appreciate that, guys. Alright. What's going on, Frank? Post this on social media quick. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to leave for making new videos. Helps the channel out a ton. Alright, so just getting everything set up. Give me one more second here, guys. Alright, so today's runners were we had Pixie. Pixie, Xela. We had what else? APM, SRRA. Is that the other one? Oh, TKLF. Okay, cool. Alright, that's posted. Go live on TikTok now. Alright, guys, cool. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you've been trading well. I'm going to go over today's trading day in about 10 to 15 seconds here. Basically we're just trying to get a handle on today, and, TKLF to start out of the gate. So just a straight up and straight down move, and we've gone further down since. So that's just the way it goes. Give you guys about 10 more seconds. Trickle on in. What's going on, FS? Hunter, what's up? 3D, what's going on? Alan, Mr. Slothy, Patel, Big Bull. What's going on, guys? All right, so Villian, FS, Daniel. Cool. That's what's up. Alright, guys. Eldrin, what's going on? Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and get started today. So today's trading day consisted of basically TKLF. I took a loser out of the gates. I tried to get in 576, I believe, on the back side, and just got washed out into, unfortunately, to start the day about $5,000 down. Pixie, I really like Pixie again. Today was my top watch on Pixie. If you look at the daily, this thing's got a cup, and then it's trying to form a little bit of a handle here. This has been kind of a name with a lot of liquidity, a lot of volatility. To see this thing move straight back up after getting that sell-off was a good thing to see. I know it had NFT news as well yesterday. I believe that's what caused the reperk. And then I was basically just longing all these dips. I ended up with a 168 average, so right where this white line is was my average. I was trying to take all these dips, got a little overexcited, and got a little bit of a high average, but and then the volume came out of nowhere. As soon as this perked up, I added a little bit into that perk, and then off we went to the races. And I sold off too soon. I sold off on Pixie at 1. where was it? 181. So right in here is where I sold off. This thing went all the way up to 203. I was able to play it one more time, but I ended up taking an overall net loser on the two positions I took. Coinbase, I really like the way this thing recovered after yesterday. I saw this, and this is one of the bigger recoveries I saw in large cap, so it showed a lot of strength. Was a watch that I had today, and then we showed more strength, and I like the way we kept seeing, sell-offs and then into strength. And I ended up starting to long it up in here, and then got my average down to about 187.27. So right where this white line is was my average. Was able to sell it just above where I bought it. I had to hold through this dip. It was a little bit of a risky play, and I didn't really like how uncomfortable that felt. But overall, I really liked where I stood with it. Seeing as though I felt comfortable with the market going as well. And then IBM was one that, I'm watching it tomorrow. I like the way this thing kind of held on to its grips today. We had a nice earnings, and then we kind of just sold off, and then it showed strength as well. So kind of a top watch for a large cap name going into tomorrow. And that's basically it. 11.3K in the day. And that, somebody found me on TikTok. Kimberly Hampton, I'm glad you found me on TikTok as well. Glad you found me on TikTok as well. Glad to see you're in here today. Those of you guys donating to the channel, I really appreciate that here at NorMarketTrading.com. I just had a donation today, and it was a very generous one, and I really appreciate that. It really helps the NorMarketTrading.com community. We don't charge, so, whatever you give is very much appreciated. And, so, anyways, guys, that's really all I had today. I'm not a financial, you guys have any questions? Can you see APM? APM. Yeah, definitely. I'll watch it tomorrow, but nothing crazy. No, I'm trading stocks. Alrighty, guys, that's really all I have today. Nothing crazy, not a huge amount of movement. Market's kind of selling off. Something crazy about the long term I decided recently. I had a big position in a firm way back. I was up a big amount of money in this one. When we were up here, my average was like 110 or something. And I basically just held through this downtrend until I hit $74 and then I sold off. So right here is where I sold it. And that was kind of my last straw, overall, I had a decent year in long term, but, the thing is, if you're going to trade long term, you got to, the best investors in the world, when they get to a point when liquidity becomes a real problem, you go long term. And I was studying a lot about long term, but here's the realization, guys. 80% of hedge funds fail. And those are guys putting their entire lives, some of the smartest people in the world, they put their entire lives into learning long term, right? How am I supposed to beat those people when I don't even put my entire life into long term? I just put a little bit of time into it to kind of prep myself for the longer term goal. So what I should have done a while back, and realization, of course, you get a little cocky, but that's I thought I could beat the markets, and I was doing a pretty good job, but, the realization after a firm was, it's not easy, especially over a long-term horizon, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 30-year horizon. You're constantly managing your positions, and I just don't want to do that, not yet. So what my plan is, I do 50% into QQQ, 25% into ARK, which is ARKK, and then 25% into SPY. That way, I'm basically just in some ETFs, and generally 80% can't even beat that. So those are some of the smartest people in the world. And then over time, as I start to evolve in the long term, as I get older, then I will start to do less and less of ETFs and more of actual stocks. But for right now, positioning my extra cash, I have to put it into something. So, it's like I said, I did 50% QQQ, 25% SPY, 25% ARK, and that's it. So, it was a very big decision, and, the realization, I've had long-term for years, and the realization is, especially lately, I don't want to be managing it. I want to be focused all in on what I'm doing, right? And that's trading and swing trading, okay? And then the long-term stuff, I don't even think about anymore. It's every day being reoccurring investing. I use that. And I use it through Robinhood because it's the only brokerage that I can find that does reoccurring investing. And when it does it for you automatically every day, it's all passive. You don't even think about it anymore. I try to do every week in my Vanguard account, and I do it manually. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, I want to buy it on a dip that day, so let's wait. And then I'm like, well, so it's just not that easy. So I just have a reoccurring investment, and that's it for the long-term stuff, right? For the long-term stuff, it's reoccurring. Now, for the swing trading and the day trading, that's what I focus my time on, right? And I have focused quite a bit of time over this past year on long-term stuff. But the reality is, guys, you have to realize 80% of hedge funds cannot even beat the market. So how am I going to do it part-time and study part-time and beat some of the smartest people in the world? I have a lot of confidence in myself, but I also don't want to be thinking about it either. And so when I get to a point where, long-term is going to be everything, then great. Then I'll put all my time into it, and I'll have, a little nest egg away and some different ETFs, and then we can start to allocate, into specific stocks. But for right now, for the long-term stuff, I have to get a reality check to myself, and it is that some of the smartest people in the world cannot even beat the market. So when I'm not even focusing all of my time, I'm focusing probably a fifth of my time or a fourth of my time into long term, then how do I expect myself and hold myself to that standard to beat the market and then also focus on swing trading and day trading? I mean, to me, I'm just putting percentages against myself. So that's what I'm doing. 25% ARC, 25% SPY, 50% QQQ, and that's it. Reoccurring investing every day, no thoughts about it, all passive, get some nice dividends, get compound growth. If the market goes down, great, I'm buying it at a discount. If the market goes up, great, I'm making money. It's a win-win situation, right? And I don't have to worry about the stock going to zero either, If it goes to zero, we got bigger problems. So that is what it is today, guys. That's really all I have. And I want to give you an update on that. Green day, 3 green days in a row, slowly coming back. I'm feeling really, 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 really good at where I'm at right now with trading. And I cannot wait for this upcoming year. I think it's going to be a strong, strong year for me. As long as the market can play with us, with a lot of solid liquidity and volatility, we should be just fine. That's something that I refocus back up on. I got to play the names that are liquid, that are volatile, that are moving the most throughout the day. That's why I have this scan here. It shows me kind of the liquid, most volatile large caps, and then I have, scans. The main scans that I use, probably 90% of my scans are all trade idea scans, and I look at the small caps, mid caps, and some large caps on here as well, and it shows me kind of the volatile stuff as well. This is just, this is basically similar to what's on our scanner here at NorMagnoTrade.com. It's a hair different, but I just use it a little bit at a time, not a whole lot. But yeah, I also short a little bit as well now. So yeah, Ken, what's the best round of golf you played? I think I shot like a 78, but I play from all the way back. So I play from anywhere from 7,000, like 6,700, 6,600, 6,500 to all the way to 75 to 8,000 yards. I don't play like 5,000, 6,000 yards. If I played up there, I'd probably shoot low 70s, maybe mid 70s if I go try hard. Alrighty, guys. Appreciate you guys for subscribing to the NorMagnoTrade.com community. Click the icon if I make new videos. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. What have you made? Some smart? Not much. The market's been slower. I trade mainly stocks. And I appreciate you guys. I'm not a financial advisor, trader, your own risk. I have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Free chat, link description below. My course, my process, link description below. Burgers, 2 free stock, $5 to $1,400. All in the description below. Scanner software code I use, KM15. Scanner settings, all in the link description below. If you're interested in joining my free chat room, check that out. I appreciate you guys subscribing to NorMagnoTrade.